Hey everyone, welcome back to school. I hope you're all excited, because I know we are. And oh boy, this is going to be a great year. Am I right, guys?
Yeah, it's gonna be the best year.
I said, am I right, guys?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you could say that.
Guys, you are being very quiet right now. We need to get more hype, because today is the first day of school.
It is.
It is.
Hmm?
Well, the day this comes out.
Oh my god.
And you know what that means? It
What
means
is that?
it means that this is because this is episode 13. That means we're a quarter of the way done.
Wait, does that mean this episode's cursed?
Hold on. Are you saying that we perhaps have one last year?
Yes,
What?
Jacob.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, guys, this guy right here knows
Or
what's
the-
up. But yeah, it is the first day of school. The day this is coming out. So welcome back to school, everyone. I am so excited about this.
Me too.
As of recording, I still actually have no idea what the schedule is like for tomorrow. So
It's kind of weird.
Yeah, do we have to be at school early?
No, we have to
For,
be there at
like-
like 12:30
No,
or 12.
it's like is it 12:30 or 12?
If you don't see
Oh,
us
I'm-
there, you know why.
I'm talking more about like when for student council we used to greet people like the freshmen. Do you guys remember that your freshman year?
Yeah.
Like walking
Wait,
through student
David,
council. If you
we
came through,
better not have to be there early.
No, we
they
don't.
didn't have us do it last year.
Yeah, we didn't do it
so
last year.
It's Hell Crew thing now.
it's- Yeah, it's Sal Crew kind of took it.
Okay, thank God.
It's fine. They can have it.
Yeah, I
Um,
don't want it.
But what Jacob and I just got back from, we just got back from Senior Sunrise. Jacob and I, Ian was going to be there, but he wasn't.
Yeah, I woke up and I was like, "This is way too early for this shit," and then went back to bed.
Yeah, 5:50 in the morning is quite early. But we went there, and I don't know, Jacob, what were say to me? Say what you said to me. What you were expecting to see when you got there?
I was expecting like a full platter, like Victorian feast, long table across the football field, long ways, with like pancakes, muffins, like waffle makers. That's what I was expecting to see, and that's
Yeah,
not what I saw.
yeah, no, it was just a bunch of people, and we all kind of just sat on the hill by the football field and just looked at the sky until the sun was up, and then we all left. There was no.
Wait.
The sun should rise.
Mhm.
Wait, there was food there?
Well, people brought their own food, but
Well,
no
you
one
had to bring
shared.
your own food.
No one shared. It
You had to bring
wasn't
your
like
own food.
a.
I thought
Yeah.
I thought it was implied that there would be food provided, but I just bought 2 bags of donuts and ate one of them.
Mhm.
Okay.
There wasn't a whole lot of like togetherness going on. I mean, there were like groups of people, because like we were there with Baxter. Baxter was there, but
Mhm.
I mean, we didn't interact with any other groups. Like there was all just people in their own little pods. I
Yeah, I was expecting some togetherness,
yeah, there wasn't a whole lot of that.
some camaraderie.
I think that a better thing to do for like seniors before school starts would be to perhaps maybe the day of school, because like we said, we don't have to be there until around noon. Have some sort of, I don't know, it could be like just put together by a handful of students, but you know how we have like bonding events for student council, just like something like that. That's like just for seniors.
That'd be cool.
I bet that would have been cool, but I don't know. Maybe I just don't get it.
Yeah.
Maybe I just don't get the appeal of looking at the sun come up.
We could have done Energizers.
Oh hell no, never mind.
Yeah,
I haven't even
that would have been
seen
bad.
I haven't seen the sun one time today, bro.
Yeah, there were clouds.
Wait. Actually, I don't think I've seen the sun
I
yet
was
today
saying
either.
like
Ian, didn't you just wake up?
Yeah.
It is quite early we're recording this, and the reason that we're recording early, at least why I'm recording early, is because I've got a lot of work I got to do ahead of me. So basically, what's happening, what's going on right now is assuming that your advisory teacher or whatever actually plays it on today, the first day of school. There should be a video played about yes, Ian Chandler.
I thought Finn said he scrapped that.
I'm getting there. So basically, there's a video that's going to be shown, and the video is going to be about like the school. I'm not really sure, and it's going to be made by me. The thing about this video, though, is that it wasn't actually the first one of its kind. I just gotta talk about this because I'm a little upset. Basically, last week, I think I mentioned this before the lock-in that we had, that like Mateo and Rowan were there. I showed up early, and me and like Finn and Callista and a bunch of other student council members made this back to school video that's to be shown. But it seems as if there was not a whole lot of communication between administration and us as to what we were actually supposed to include in this video. Because after I, worked really hard on making the entire thing, administration has denied it and wants it completely remade all today, which today is the day before school starts. So I have one day to make a new one. So,
So is our little clip at the end gonna be in there?
yeah, that's the thing that I'm upset about, and I really wish this would be shown, but it seems like it's not. So in the original cut of the video, the end of the video was all about our pride pillars, which are like school's motto, right? Like poise, respect, integrity, determination, excellence. And there was like a little section for each letter. When we were at the lock-in, what Finn wanted to do was for the excellence shot, which was the last shot of the whole thing. He wanted like him and Callista to like say the line, and the line was, "If we use these skills, we'll have an excellent year. Because remember, we're better together." Which I'm not gonna front with you. That's a really silly line, but get it? Cause bet, like
I get
Yeah.
we're
Yeah, I
Bettendorf.
get it.
Anyways,
Right.
and we were gonna do that after the Olympic Games that we played. So like Finn was gonna have everyone gather together, and you were all gonna be behind Finn and Callista when he said that. The thing is, though, is that after the Olympic Games, all of us, Finn, Callista, and I, all forgot about that completely. So we just didn't film it. And so the next day, when I realized that we hadn't filmed it, instead of reaching out to Finn and Callista, I was like, you know what would be funny? If David, Ian, and I just went to the football field and recorded that last bit ourselves. So at the end of the video, there's a clip of the three of us saying the line, and then after saying the line, doing like we started rambling afterwards. Is basically what it was, and it was actually kind of a funny ending.
it. Always crack.
No, don't eat. No.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but we were at the end of the video, and it was really funny, and I was really excited for people to see it, but it looks like that will not happen. So whatever video is shown today, when I'm done with it, hopefully it's not trash. But
What do you have to include in it now?
it's going to include stuff about, like, I'm not going to read the script, but it's
They
going
gave
to.
you a script.
Well, yeah, they made one. It's basically
What's
this.
their problems with the last one?
So
Like,
their problem with the last one was that the video's whole like format was like what not to do and then what you should do instead, which I don't really know how. Okay, so there was one scene that I understand.
Yeah.
There's a scene in the video where basically Delaney, Sullivan, and Rowan Apple were getting into it, and they were having an argument, but they were like swearing at each other. And when we were filming this scene, I was the only one in the room that was like, "Hey, they probably won't allow this and they were like, no, just censor it. Just put black bars over their mouths and censor it. And I did, but still can't really show that.
Yeah, when I was watching the video for the first time, I was like, they're allowing this?
I was, but and then like the whole bit was like later in the video when they were going through the pride pillars, it was like integrity, and they were like, hey, that's not cool, go apologize, and that was the whole bit.
Yep.
And that was the whole style of the video, and apparently our admin did not appreciate that. They did not like us displaying bad behavior in any way. Which
There's zero bad behavior at our school.
Yeah, that's cap.
yeah, no, there is none.
Mm-hmm.
But
Never seen it.
this new video is basically much more textbook. It's like, this school's so great. We have counselors that you can go to for help. Activities office where you can sign up for activities, and I'll try to work my magic. I'll try to make it as girly pop as I can. But yeah, with this being the first day of school, it was Jacob who insisted that we do something a little special for this episode.
So special.
Okay.
Jacob, you sound tired. You gotta wake up, man.
I am tired, dude. I can only record this podcast at 11 o'clock at night, dude.
Isn't
I will go
it's
to
an
5.
important
I've
episode.
been awake for 4 hours. I just haven't been doing anything.
I've been awake
Alright,
for
what'd you do?
30
What'd you do,
minutes.
Okay. So what we did is I made a little silly little Google form. That's what I titled it. And sent it out, and we got about 30-ish responses to this form. And basically, we asked some people some questions about our school. What are their hot takes? What are their opinions? And we're going to be judging some of them. We're going to be talking about some of them. So let's get into the school spirit, guys. And let's look over these.
Yeah.
Let's look over what people said.
Let's do that. Let's do that.
Sounds like fun.
Uh-huh.
So, holy moly, what's going on here? Hold on. So, the first question of the form was pretty simple. It was, are you excited for school to start? And the choices were yeah and no.
I'm curious. What'd you say?
What? Go ahead.
I was curious to see what percentage of people said yes, and I think you were literally just about to say that.
Yeah.
It's looking like 53% of people said yes, but 45% of people. That's 46% of people said no. Now, to those people who said no, that's not exactly the Bulldog way. We need to, change that attitude around. It's the first day of school. We need to get hype.
Mhm.
Okay,
Yeah.
we're here to learn.
We'll be seeing you in the office first day.
We're gonna make sure that you enjoy your time here, no matter what it takes. We're gonna send you to the room.
You're gonna like it.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna have a little chat about your positive attitude. Right?
Too much pessimism from that crowd of people who just don't have school spirit.
Yeah. You should be hype to go back.
Exactly. I'm hyped to be here, or at least I will be. Just know when you see me in the hall busting a move, that's because I'm so filled with excitement to be at school.
Mm-hmm.
David, what about you guys? Are you guys excited?
I mean, I'm ready to
I'm
get back
excited.
to it. I'm getting kind of bored of
Mhm.
summer.
That's what I'm saying. I've run out of things to do. I'm just
Exactly.
hyped to get back.
Yeah, I'm about to learn so hard.
I don't know about that.
Okay. Let's get into the questions that are, these are the hot takes. Okay, what is the best subject? Now, I asked this between the 4 main subjects, but of math.
God.
What?
Keep going.
Math,
Teaching our hot takes.
English, science, and history. Okay, we'll see. So between those 4 subjects, the most picked one for best subject was history with 43% of the votes.
That checks out.
Yep.
And the one with the
Easily the-
least amount of votes was math with 10% of the votes. I disagree. I think math's the best one.
I think math is like
Sawyer.
better than science and like English. So I'd put math at 2.
I can't believe English got so many votes. There's some nerds in our forums.
English got
Anybody who said English, consider yourself like not associated with me.
Consider yourself an
I don't
op.
want to be a part of that.
because then
Sure.
then following this up, I was asked what's the worst subject between those 4. Was that Siri?
Yeah, I don't know. She was just yapping.
Special guest. 43% of people said that math was the worst subject. They're just wrong. They're wrong. Okay, that's
They
just
are
not
wrong.
true.
How did 2 people say history?
2 people said history. Wow.
That's
So messed
wild.
up.
I do disagree with that. What I agree with are the 35% of people who said English was the worst subject. They are absolutely right. I could.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
true.
No,
Yep.
Like that.
Let me give you my insight on why English is the worst subject, okay? Because I feel very passionately about this. Okay? English is a very important subject, right? You need to know how to read. You need to know how to write. You know, if you can't, you can't. If you don't know how to read, what are you even doing? Until high school. Once you reach high school, that class becomes useless. There is nothing good about it. I mean it because here's why. First of all, some of the reading they have you do is just there's no reason to be reading it. There's no reason to like Shakespeare. Look, I get it. Important guy, made up a lot of words. But
Hey. I'm a descendant of Shakespeare. I just learned my
You're-
family history yesterday.
okay,
I literally have Shakespearean blood.
sure,
You
yeah,
go on.
that
I
doesn't
hate
change-
English, so
that doesn't change my opinion.
Shakespeare's the only good.
Because
You're
here's the thing.
direct descendant of Shakespeare. How do you know this?
Well, he didn't have any kids who lived, but like
Oh.
I'm the closest you can get.
Okay,
I'm basically his son.
but
He's like an uncle to me.
Shakespeare, right? The way he writes is nothing like any writing you'll see nowadays. You could write the best story, like the best novel ever, the best story ever crafted by man. Like it's the most perfect story ever. But you write it in the style of Shakespeare. Nobody is publishing that thing. There's not a single publisher on this planet that will publish that thing because no one writes like that anymore. There is no reason to spend hours of your life trying to decipher the Shakespearean text when it is useless today.
Yeah. The worst thing, you can't even read it.
You can't, and there's no reason to. If I'm walking down the street and I hear someone talking like Shakespeare did, I'm just shut up. No one talks like that anymore. We live in the modern
You
era.
guys get the like translated copies. They had to translate the English from Romeo and Juliet to make it like readable.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
there's nothing wrong with that.
I would totally have read
No, they had to
Romeo and
translate
Juliet
English. That's
if it was
crazy,
in regular English.
It's not English.
dude. My class got to watch half of both of the movies.
Yeah,
Oh.
so did we.
So I've seen the first half of Shakespeare or that movie twice.
Okay.
I think it's totally valid to use the translated copy because that at least that thing is more, applicable and similar to actual modern writing.
At least it's actually written in English.
Exactly. It's not old English. Well, I mean, this isn't really Shakespeare's not old English, but
Did you guys act out the Shakespeare stuff in your classes?
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yeah, that was the best part. I got to sword fight somebody.
Sawyer.
Yeah, with a pool noodle. Yeah.
Sawyer. Remember the video that I had make?
Oh
and I did
yeah,
upload?
you did do that.
So we had to recreate a famous scene from Shakespeare in like some fancy little way. So we made like a news station cover the Shakespeare, like the fight between Tybalt and the other guy, and
Yeah.
Benvolio. And I had Sawyer as an actor in my film,
I was
and he
Romeo.
died.
Wait, no, I didn't die.
You didn't? No, that's right. You were Romeo.
I was
'cause
Romeo.
You're so handsome and sexy.
Yeah, everyone. That's what everyone be saying.
Yeah, that video is peak.
Mhm.
Um,
Didn't you lose it? Like, or do you still have it?
I lost it, but Miss Van Teegum still has it. If I wanted to, I could go into her room and be like, "Hey, can I get that video?"
That's pretty silly, man. Yeah, because you kept it on like a flash drive.
Yeah, and then I don't know what happened to that flash drive.
Shakespearean technology.
All right, let me continue with my
But
rant on English
here-
class because I got
Okay,
more.
Okay.
Okay, point number 2. Word counts on essays are stupid. Like when they're like, it has to be at least 1,000 words long. Nobody wants to read a 1,000-page essay. Okay, we should be training us people to write shorter essays because in the modern day, no one wants to read. Okay, if I'm writing an essay about a particular theme in the Scarlet Letter, no one wants to read a 5-paragraph long essay about one theme in the Scarlet Letter. They want 1 or 2 paragraphs. That's it. That's what we should be learning how to do. Everyone, and I know everyone's done this. All 3 of you have done this. All 3 of you have been writing an essay in an English class or just an essay in general, and you've just started yapping because you needed your word count to go up. You've made your sentences longer for no reason. You've done, everyone's done it. And it is so redundant because when you actually are writing like that as an adult, you just start using words that don't need to be there.
Yeah. No, you really should be learning how to get your point across in fewer words.
Mm-hmm.
Just be more efficient.
Well, like in like AP government and like like AP classes for like history and like sociology and stuff, like you have to like be concise like on like LEQs and stuff. Like that's how we should be writing.
Mm-hmm.
Preach.
And another thing with English class, and maybe this one is just an opinion thing, but a lot of times your grade is determined by your teacher's opinion. Because like I said, when you have texts and your job is to interpret the text, and the teacher's like, "Nah, you're wrong." That's a little annoying because it's my interpretation.
I can see that. I can
Sure.
see that.
Because like I had one English teacher who like said my writing was really good, and then another teacher who said my writing was not that good, but my writing style never changed. So it's like, was I good or was I not good? um
Yeah.
trying to think of there's another example I had. I don't know. I just feel that after middle school, English class becomes also I remember like they also teach us a lot of words. Like I remember in Honors English 10 they taught us a lot of words that like no one is ever going to use. Like one word I just remember off the top of my head is physiognomy, which is just a longer, fancier way to say someone's like body or the way someone looks, like their appearance. It's the exact same meaning as the word appearance. No one's using physiognomy over the word appearance. Why did we have to memorize that?
Well, it's because it's like
one
in a
word
book
in
that we're reading.
What? Yeah, it was in the book we were reading, but like, why do we have to be tested on it? No one uses that word. Like I said, I include the word physiognomy in a piece of writing that I make, and I send it to a publisher. The publisher's messaging me back. What are these words? What are you doing?
What does this mean?
Why are you trying to talk like this? It's like that Jimmy Neutron episode where he picks up the salt and he's like, "Oh, you dropped your sodium chloride, man." Don't you mean salt? No, I said sodium chloride. That's what I said. Sodium chloride. That's what English class becomes.
I think
That's what English kids be like.
What's
gonna be the next. I think that's gonna be the next like slang.
What
Oh,
physiognomy?
your physiognomy looking kind of fine today.
Dude, it better not be. It better not.
I'm gonna use that.
That's
I'm gonna
actually
use that
kind of
so
funny.
much.
I might use that.
No, it's gonna piss me off the
That-
same way the word demure pisses me off. Have you guys seen that?
What does
Yeah.
it even mean?
I hate the word demure.
So here's the thing with the demure trend, and this is the take. Okay, so demure is just another way of saying modest or like. Here's the problem, right? The trend started
Oh,
with this person. They made it's like the audio. They were like, "Look how I do blah blah blah." It's so demure, very mindful. in the definition of the word demure, it means to not draw attention to oneself. Meaning everyone who is calling themselves demure are not very demure.
Mm.
Is there calling a whole bunch of attention to themselves?
It's like going, yeah, I'm so humble, guys. I'm the most humble person around.
Go
That's-
tell everyone how humble I am.
Yeah, go tell everyone. Which saying that is the opposite of being humble. It's the same thing. I just had to say that. I keep seeing the word demure pop up everywhere on social media.
No, that's a great take. I hate the word demure.
Like, it just grinds my gears. Anyways, English class terrible. If you like English class, you also like eating boogers.
Mm, mm.
Mm.
Okay.
I have to say we have some very based people in this form, because if I was to rank the subjects, it would go exactly the same way people have voted. With history being my favorite, was voted the most, then science, which was voted the second most. And then we got English. Wait, never mind. Flip that. Then it goes math, then English. So people are wrong.
Where are you getting these stats?
We're,
Look at the
I
form.
just have raw answers.
we're looking at the pie charts. I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't know what he's looking at actually.
What?
I'm looking at the
Where are
form.
the pie charts?
Go to responses.
Go on to the form. You're looking at.
Whoa.
You're looking at. Oh, see, there he goes.
Oh, never mind. No, I just hovered over something and made the Google sheets like colorful.
Whoa.
Always looking at the sheets.
That's pretty cool. Convert to
Okay.
drop down chips.
Do we?
I'm not that worried about it.
Do we want to move on to
All
the
right.
next question?
Yes.
Yeah, we can move on.
What's the next question? What's the next
The next
question?
question was, what is the best class you've taken at BHS? And there's a lot of different responses here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Bro,
Our first open-ended
AP
question.
Chem.
I am seeing a lot of electives on here. A lot of people are picking electives, which I think is valid. Like I'm seeing welding, I'm seeing CAD, I'm seeing criminology, welding.
Yeah, why is
again.
Life with Dinosaurs only on here once?
Yes, but I honestly think the best take in this whole document is what's the best class you've ever taken at BHS? And his response was any class that allowed me to do copious amounts of Fent in the back.
Okay. I didn't see that response.
I think
We
it was
hope
definitely the best response we've seen.
we hope that was a
Hey.
joke.
I mean,
Sawyer, what's
you
your opinion on the word copious?
That's a fine word. A copious amount of something.
copious is a funny word.
I like copious. I don't know. I thought you'd be offended by that or something.
That's a word that people actually use, and it works. It's good when you're trying to like emphasize how much of something there is. Anyways, the most common class I think I see though is like in terms of is American history, which that was a good class. I like that.
I loved American history, especially if you had a good teacher.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because I had Mr. Block, and someone actually put Mr. Block's American history class on here.
Yeah, they
and
specified.
Yeah, he was an amazing history teacher. I loved him, and I do love him.
Dude, I remember how triumphant I felt at the end of American history honors because my test average in that class was C's, D's, and F's. I failed the Vietnam War test and I got a D on almost every single other test in that class. I was terrible. But then, I don't know what happened, just maybe it's the way the class was structured. I walked away from that final. I got a 95 on the final. The only test I got an A on, or even a B on. And hey, that was a great feeling. I think it's because, I'll come back to that point because I have a point to make with the next question. Because the next question was, what's the worst class you've taken? And I'm seeing a lot of science classes.
Hold up, let's not go on too quick. Let's stay here.
Okay.
Hold on. Yeah. What did other people say? None?
Someone said the best class they took was 101. Yeah, that's a great take.
Yeah, we do not offer that class.
You sure? I've taken it.
I think Scott does. You got to take it through Scott Community College.
College credit.
Yeah.
David Ball, someone also said you're the best class they've ever taken.
if you look at all their responses, all of their responses are David Ball.
Yeah, someone just
so
put David Ball for every single question.
Oh my god,
I'm
you're
trying.
right.
I'm trying to think of who that would be, and my first guess would be Josh Gunn
Oh, he might
I
have.
think they're gonna be.
because he definitely saw this quiz and he would take it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's move on.
But
The worst class, like I said, there's a lot of science classes on there that I'm seeing the most of. I see honors environmental. I see chem. I see physics. I see physics again. I see chem 2. I see earth and space. Most of these answers were science classes. And I personally, I don't think I would put it. What's going on, David?
nothing's going on. I'm just reading answers.
Why?
Hmm.
Like
What?
these answers.
Okay.
Are we allowed to
Should we get
discuss
the
this
meme
one?
answers out of the way really quick?
Okay. Don't say any ones that are bad. I already want to bleep out the one you said earlier.
Hey, no.
Which one?
You, dude.
Oh, if that was bad, yeah, don't read that guy's other answer. I think that one's not good.
His other answer is pretty funny.
Okay, wait. One guy did just say more fucking lunch.
Yeah,
I
that's
love
the one I was laughing at.
I laughed at that one too.
That
But
is.
these are those the worst class and the hardest class he's ever taken.
Yeah, he did. Dude, I'm so
Yeah,
bad
yeah.
at that class. No, that
Oh
class.
my god, dude.
Dude, that class was escape simulator for me one day because I was eating with these two friends of mine, this past year, junior year, and we were eating. I don't know why they wanted to do this, but we were eating in the cafeteria. And what? What's so funny?
Sorry, I just saw something else. Someone said for the what is your worst class? Someone said English 9 and 10, but he misspelled English.
And clearly, that class was difficult.
I understand how you struggled in that class, man.
Kish.
Inkish.
Oh, yeah, we were eating in the cafeteria. And the thing when you're an upperclassman, right, you can go places for lunch. You don't have to eat at the school. You can, whatever.
Mhm.
And we had been eating in the cafeteria for like the past like 2 weeks every day. And every time when we finished eating, we would just like put our trays away and then like just walk out and like walk around. We usually like go up to the commons or something. But one day, we were sitting in a different seat because the seat we normally sat in was taken. And when we were finished, and this seat was in like eye shot of the main door. So when we got up to leave and we were walking out the door, which we had done every day before, the security guard that was there, she was like, "Hey, stop!" And we went, "Huh?" And she was like, "You can't leave." And we're like, "Oh, but we're upperclassmen." And we even like pulled out our IDs. And she was like, "I don't care." And we were like, well, "Why not? Upperclassmen can leave for lunch. That's the whole thing." And she was like, "Yeah, but you ate in here, and that means you have to stay in here." And maybe I shouldn't have said this, but I did say out loud, "That's dumb." Because we had eaten every day.
You got her. You got her with that one.
I did, because it is okay. But why is that even like a rule? If we're upperclassmen, why are we locked in there once we decide to eat in there?
It's not a rule.
Out the other door.
You can roam the school if you want. I've seen people do that.
Exactly. So I was, but she did make us sit back down. But I was like, okay, why can't we just leave though? What if we had to get something from our car? What if we wanted to go to the library? What if you know what I mean? Like for
Mhm.
upperclassmen, we can do that.
Yeah. And now that we're seniors, we can do anything we want.
Exactly. Oh yeah, another thing I want to talk about, and maybe they'll talk about this tomorrow on the first day of school. But also in that video, there is a room we found. It's right next to student services. There's a new room, and it's labeled an all-purpose room on the outside. That's what the sign says. And inside there was just like a bunch of couches and like chairs, and I don't know what that room is for. It's definitely not a classroom. So
Yeah, it looks like just like a chill room.
It's
Yeah.
probably like a decompression room or something.
maybe it's like sort of how the library is, where you can just like go in there whenever.
That's what I
Yeah.
think.
Mm.
Speaking of changes to the school, they got rid of B Locker Bay, the one next to South Lot.
Yeah,
Dude, I went and saw that. It's so weird. They put up like a wall,
Uh-huh.
in like a locker bay, and now it's a classroom.
It's crazy.
I think
Dude,
walking the loops gonna hit different now. 'Cause that was like
No,
the
because
worst part of
there's still like a hallway that you can go walk by.
Yeah.
No, yeah, you can still go through there. That's not
The
what I'm saying.
the loop still works.
Never mind.
what are you saying?
Listen. I said, will it hit different? Like,
Oh,
Oh,
it'll
'cause that was
definitely
my
hit
least
different.
favorite. That was my least favorite part of the loop. I was always so mad when I would get to B locker bay. I
oh,
hate
Yeah,
B locker bay.
that is right. Like,
All my homies hate B locker bay.
yeah, taking the loop, I felt like B Locker Bay and the business hallway were always the worst part of it.
dude,
That's
in B Locker
Hey,
Bay,
we'll get to that.
did the doors like you guys see the perfectly cartoon sized door handle shaped hole in the wall that appeared one day?
Yeah.
Because the door
wait, where?
in B Locker Bay, the doors they have a sign on the door because the doors have they don't have like stoppers or anything, so you can just like
Mhm.
fling those things open. So you always got to be careful because you could just get hit in the face with the door when someone flings it open. But the door that was like closer to the wall, apparently at one point one kid flung that thing open too hard and the door handle went straight into the wall. And so for the rest of the school year this past year, there's just been like a cartoon like style door handle shaped hole in the wall. Uh that's probably not there anymore though, I'm gonna guess.
I bet you they fixed it when they put up the walls.
Yeah.
They just
But
put a frame around.
Put a painting.
for someone said the hardest class they ever took was honors Earth and Space, and I just wanted to say I took that class and I passed. So I passed with like a C, and that makes me feel very good
They
about myself.
probably just had that was probably filled out by an incoming sophomore. If that's the hardest class you've taken, then you have a lot in store.
You haven't taken much.
You haven't taken much if
Dude.
that's your hardest class. Um, one class on there that I kind of agree with, was environmental science. I took honors environmental science, and look, I don't like being this way, but the teacher I had didn't exactly give it 100%, and it was very clear at times. Because for one, every single assignment, slideshow, project, presentation, video, every single lab, every single thing we did in that class was not made by her. She either found it on Google or the other environmental science teacher made it for her. And this was very apparent with the
Hey.
quizzes.
Hold on. If she could find it on Google, you can find it on Google. So there's nothing for you to
No,
complain about.
this is the problem with it. So, for example, there's a time where we took a quiz. What's going on over there, Ian? Something fun?
Nothing. I'm just reading document. I don't think I can say the response to this question, but it's
Maybe
crazy.
don't.
I've been reading it too.
So basically, we took a quiz, and one of the questions on the quiz was basically it was the states Maine, Louisiana, and California, right? And what you had to do is there was like data about each of the three states, and you had to make a CER. You had to make a just a claim which like state is would be the most like energy efficient to live in, like which would be the most environmentally friendly and energy efficient state of these three to live in based on these statistics, right? Maine was the wrong answer by a long shot, but the Louisiana and California both had like an equal number of points to back them up. And when we got the quizzes back, half the class chose California, half the class chose Louisiana. The correct answer was written as California. And because we gave evidence for why Louisiana was right, on one of those questions, if you can provide evidence, you should be given credit. Everyone who picked Louisiana was like, what's the big idea? Why is California the right answer? And her only response was, well, because it says it's the right answer. If you cannot tell your own students why an answer on a quiz is correct,
So here,
what?
I'm sorry. I stopped paying attention, and then I came back to you talking about energy efficiency. What's going on?
Oh my God. We took a quiz. There was a question. There was a right answer. The class didn't know why it was right, and the teacher didn't either.
That's
Right.
pretty dumb.
Like-
Because if I knew I could choose between California and Louisiana, I don't want to live in California. I would have chose Louisiana
Yeah.
as my answer.
You know what the
Oh, I gotta
property
say, one
value is over there?
Exactly. Gas prices,
one
dude.
time one of my
Can't
science
afford that.
teachers thought that 10 plus 5 was 45, so
Well, they're wrong.
you
I
ain't
don't-
you ain't got nothing.
10 plus 5 is actually 15.
We sure though?
No, and I remember another time in environmental science we did a lab
Trying
that
to pull it up.
that that again was not made by her, where we went down to the creek or the I don't know the really
Mhm.
muddy water, and we went in
Yeah.
the water with our boots, our silly little boots, and we collected samples, and we took the samples back and like learned things, and at the end we were like, okay, what did we learn from this? And basically all she could give us was brown murky water is dirty and don't drink it. Thanks. Glad I figured that one out. I could have told you that one.
Dude, environmental science was actually one of my favorite classes.
Mhm.
Probably because I had a different teacher than you.
Yeah.
But also just like the final project was really. Did you guys do the final project where like you had to make a model?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
And then
Yeah, we
yeah,
made
so
Groot
yeah, me and my partner, we aced the final. My partner did all of the like research and stuff to like back the model, and then I built the model on Minecraft, and I got a perfect score on the model on Minecraft. So
That's
Did,
funny.
did people in your class do it on like Fortnite Builder or something?
One
Only
point.
people who did
most
Fortnite.
most people in my class did it either like a cardboard house or like they did it on like Minecraft Pocket Edition.
Hmm.
But I had shaders and a texture pack,
Oh, heck
so
Oh yeah, when I
Yeah.
did it, I did mine in Minecraft, and I did it on like a mod pack. So I had like blocks that like I had like
Yeah.
actual roof blocks for my
I
house.
I had solar panels. I had like different like stuff, so it looked realistic.
that's sick.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I did that project, me and my partner made a deal. He would do all the research and like 80% of the work on the model, and all I would have to do is just present. Because he was just like terrified to present in front of the class. So I was like, okay, sounds like a deal. But then when I went up there, I didn't do any of the research, so I don't know really what I was talking about. I just read off the slideshow, and it turns out I don't know why, but every single person in that room asked me the most questions out of like any of the groups presenting. They were like tearing into me, and at one like they were talking about what happens if your windmills stop working. And I was like, I don't know. Then I was like, well, what if there's clouds in the sky? And I was like, I don't know. I guess we'll just be cold then. We'll get blankets. That's literally what I said. And the teacher was like, oh, that's actually a good answer. And I was like, oh, sweet.
Yeah, just and I remembered something else with that quiz I was talking about with Louisiana and California. One of the maps it gave us of the country, it was like geothermal energy sites and like how frequent they are, and like it was like a colored map, so there was like blots of colors. So like blue was like the least. So Maine was blue. That's why it was the wrong answer. But both California and Louisiana had a bunch of orange in them. But the thing is that proportionally speaking, Louisiana was almost entirely orange, while California had like a lot of orange, but also had like a lot of yellow and green, which is not as good. And this is a real argument that we started to have with the teacher. She was like, "Well, there's more orange in California." Well, of course there's more orange in California. California's way bigger than Louisiana. Like we were like proportionally, Louisiana's like entirely orange, and she's like, "Yeah, but there's more orange lands in California. How big do you think my house is gonna be? The whole state?" Yeah. So, what? Huh? Yeah, I was not a big fan of that
Alright.
class.
So
Sounds like it. Somebody,
that was Earth and Space.
someone said Honors Algebra 2 was low-key harder than Pre-Cal, and I failed Honors Algebra 2, so I agree with that person.
I disagree.
Honors Algebra 2 was pretty easy compared to
Shut
pre-cal.
up, David.
harder than pre-calc? What are you talking
Well,
about?
did they say honors pre-calc? Because if they just took general
They just
pre-calc,
said pre-calc.
then it might have been hard.
There's a general pre-calc?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they took honors algebra. They took honors algebra, so why would they go a step down?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe they meant honors pre-calc. Who knows?
Probably. And
I didn't even
honestly,
know there was a regular pre-calc.
I don't think there's a point to take regular pre-calc because then you can't go on to calculus.
You can't?
You need to have honors pre-calc and honors
Well,
algebra to take calculus.
if you're like a current senior
man.
and like you don't plan, you don't need to take calculus in like college or anything,
Oh,
then you can just take regular pre-calc and then do like stats or something,
Yeah.
for college or whatever.
That's true.
Okay. I think we should move
Someone
on.
put honors chem.
Oh.
Or no, what are they? Someone put AP Chem for their favorite and were least favorite. But I
Both.
think they meant that it was like difficult.
Oh, it was their favorite.
Yeah,
and
because
it's the
you put
hardest.
like worst slash hardest.
I didn't think people would
So-
like the hardest class they took.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't
Somebody
know. There's
someone
crossovers
said
out there.
the worst / hardest class they took was 9th grade success skills, and I don't think they meant that was the hardest class they took. At least I hope not.
That was definitely the easiest class you took.
I could understand it being the worst though.
Yeah.
I got 102 in that class.
Difficult.
Dude, that was the class where I developed an addiction to like scrolling on Instagram because like that was more entertaining than whatever was going on in that class.
I feel like that can be said for most classes.
But like
Well,
that
the-
class specifically.
If there was one bad thing about that class, it's that you had 3 different teachers.
Yeah.
Like
Oh, yeah.
it and all their teaching styles were different, so it like sucked.
I learned more playing Plants vs. Zombies in that class than I did ever actually paying attention.
Mhm. Yeah, in Plants vs Zombies, you got to learn like resource management
Strategy. Yeah.
strategy.
Strategy.
Yeah.
All right. Next question was
Have strategies for success.
will you be attending the homecoming dance? Most people said yes. That's pretty cool.
Sounds good for that. I bet they won't.
I probably will. I'm on student
There's
council.
never that many people.
Yeah.
I'll be there.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
speaking of that, buy your homecoming shirt. Those are available now. I don't know how the general student body's meant.
Don't sell us out. Don't sell us out.
They're available till September
on our
3rd.
What do you mean? Don't sell us out. Buy a homecoming
Yeah.
shirt. They're cool.
They're
I
cool.
will.
We're actually advertised by them.
No, we're not. This is not sponsored. But I'm just saying. I think I kind of regret not getting a homecoming shirt freshman and sophomore year. So,
Don't be like Sawyer.
don't be like me. The last thing you want to do is to be like me. Like one time, someone was like, "Hey, you remind me of Sawyer," and there was like, "Please no." Anyways, okay, let's get on to the question that I really wanted to see answers to. What's your hottest take about BHS? Most of these responses were just jokes because one person just wrote the word skibbity.
Some of these are pretty good.
Look at
Someone
the-
said, "I don't know."
Someone
Look at
said,
the third one from the bottom. Don't read it out loud.
"Yeah, no, yeah." Some of these responses certainly weren't the most serious. I want to go through some of the ones that I want to like actually discuss. The first one I'm seeing is the swim unit isn't that bad. I agree.
Yes.
I agree.
I agree.
I love
I like
the swim unit.
It's fun.
So many. It's great. I mean,
It's got a bad rap. It's got a bad name.
all right, that's not a hot take. We all agree with that.
A lot of
I
people would
both-
disagree with that, though.
Yeah.
A lot of people
Yeah.
complain about it.
I think
Yeah.
it is definitely a hot take.
I think it's one of the best units in gym class. Like,
Yeah.
if you're comparing it to like
I miss
the
that.
cornhole unit, yeah, Jacob.
I thought badminton was good, but then they replaced it with pickleball. And I
Well,
think they should
pickleball is
replace
the fastest
pickleball
growing
with
sport in
pickleball
America.
instead.
It's
That's
true.
true.
So yeah, swimming unit's not that bad. Just have fun.
Another response. Someone put people are fake, love is fake, and the school is filled with fake people. That person's got something going on.
That
They need
person,
to reach out to us.
that
Yeah.
person has.
I'll talk to you. I won't have anything to say, but
We're always available for counseling.
We keep it real.
hmm
We're not fake like all those other people.
Mm-mm.
sure.
There are some fake people at the school though. There's some fake teachers. Yeah.
Okay, wait, hold on. I want to read one.
Okay, go ahead.
This one isn't even a hot take. It's just kind of true. Too many people smell and can't mind their business. Like they worried about the wrong stuff.
I like the
That's three
addition.
hot takes in one. And that's 3 hot takes in one, and none of them are hot.
Too many people smell.
That one's actually true. It sucks when you're sitting next to someone that doesn't shower.
Dude, you be in the lunch line sometimes and the kid in front of you is just like, ugh.
Yeah.
Wait, that was something. Didn't someone else say something about the lunch line? I think that's in a later question.
Yeah, it's a later question.
One person just wrote no phones. I don't know if that means they don't think there should be phones or they think the no phones rule is bad.
That was
I
definitely
think
a teacher that snuck their way into the.
teachers snuck their way into the floor. I think phones are actually overrated and they shouldn't be used. Funding distribution sucks is one take.
I don't
I
even
don't
think
know
that's
what
true.
that means.
Well, if you look at who said that, it makes sense why he says funding
Yeah,
distribution.
I know.
Sucks.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
I
Hey,
see.
if your
Fine,
department
yeah,
makes
fine
money,
art, fine
you'll get
arts
money.
kid.
Yeah.
You don't, yeah. You don't make any money. Why would you get any?
Mm.
Freshmen need to be
Alright,
sent to
I hate
another
it.
building. Is one of them.
It's
No,
called the
because
middle
then they're just going to be freshmen their sophomore year.
True.
Yeah.
Just gotta get it out of the way.
Like there should be an in between school between 8th grade and high school, and it's just
You need a middle school for middle school.
yeah.
Dude, I just
Someone.
heard the Wii menu sound from like 8 feet out my door. I'm scared.
Dang.
Whoa, hold on. Wait, what are you saying?
Nothing.
Was anyone saying anything?
Oh, I don't know.
That's
I
like-
thought Ian was saying
like-
something.
That's like the scene from The Boys where Soldier Boy's like, "The fuck did you just say?"
Nothing, mate.
I don't know what you're talking about. Okay.
This guy doesn't watch the
One of
boy.
the hot takes. One of the hot takes is the Bulldog needs a new design.
I disagree.
I
And that is
100%
hot. That is a hot
100%
take.
Disagree.
with that. You
They
disagree?
tried
Would
to.
you agree with that? They tried to redesign it and they all sucked.
It was terrible. Yeah.
Yeah, they weren't that great.
You know, my problem.
I think we just need to redesign it. Good.
I filled out the form and I said the problem with all these designs is that its tongue isn't out. And I think they just thought I was a creep or something. But it was true.
The bulldog doesn't
Like-
look freaky enough. That's what you should have said.
That's what I'm
He's
saying.
freaky out bulldog. Somebody said Miss D isn't that
Okay.
cool, which is cap.
That's not true
okay.
at all. That is the worst take ever. Miss
That's
D's the
not
goat.
true.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Misty is the goat.
All right.
Dude,
We doing the next question?
Wait,
I
wait,
think
one
can.
more.
Yeah, I think
take,
we should
one
go
more
on.
Take, one more
We
take.
can
Oh,
do
I
this.
saw
One
one
more
person said,
One more take.
well, I don't remember. We're one of the worst schools in the area.
I don't think that's
I
true.
don't
Yeah.
think that's true either.
We're better, dwarf.
Yeah, that's exactly. We're better together.
Yeah. Our school's like really good too.
Like
We're
comparatively,
Mhm.
there's a lot worse schools you could be going to.
We're just like mid and everything. So it's not like we're like
we're ranked really high for wrestling.
We've got Sawyer
Wrestling-
Fields.
we do have Sawyer Fields. Our advertisements are top.
But I think I don't know. I heard we're like top 5 in the state for wrestling.
I think that's about right.
I think
So-
football is like ranked like top 15 or something.
We were top 10. I
Top
think
10.
we were like number 8 or 9 in the state for football. And we made it to the I forget what it's called. Preseason.
Are we talking about last year?
Yeah, last year.
Yeah, we made it to like
we made it to the
quarterfinals or
playoffs,
something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. The next question was, what's your biggest pet peeve? And most people like typically about our school. And the overwhelmingly largest, most common response was slow walkers in the hallway.
Yeah, they're not
Absolutely.
lying.
Absolutely. That is so valid. It's my biggest pet peeve ever.
Hot take. It's not that bad.
You're
And honestly, it's a skill issue. It's a skill issue if you complain about that, because you just gotta bob and weave
Okay.
throughout them.
okay. Sometimes
I
you can't
do.
be
You wouldn't be complaining.
When I'm rushing to class and I'm like, moving in between traffic and stuff, I feel like I'm racing. I feel like
Hey.
I'm in like a Mario Kart
You're
race.
you're cutting it up on the highway.
That's true. You seen Cars 3, dude? You seen Cars 3? It's like the tractors like spot your opening or something.
Mhm.
It's also really easy when you're 3'7" like me. I can go under people, so it works out.
Yeah,
If
I
they're going
like
slow, it's fine.
I get to see over people and like plan out my future route.
I just
Yeah,
let me talk about slow
I-
walkers. I have to. I have to. I have to. I have to. No,
Go
the place my hatred came from, and I've told this story before. I think you all have probably heard it, but it came from sophomore year when I was walking to class, and the bell like it was nearing, but like if I had just kept at the pace I was going, I would have gotten to class on time just fine. But I was late, and here's why: it's because on my way up the stairs, there was a couple holding hands, but they weren't just holding hands normally. I mean, they were like arms outstretched all the way. Just their arms were perfectly straight. They were practically making a barricade on the staircase going up. And they were
Truman
they were walking up the stairs at a snail's pace. And they were just making a blockade. I couldn't go around them. So I just had to walk behind them all the way up the stairs as they
Dude.
went so slow. And I was late to class because of it. That's
You
ridiculous.
have the lamest traumatic experiences I've ever met, bro.
What kind of who says
That's-
that? Your traumatic experience.
That's so lame,
Dude,
dude.
your life isn't terrible. That's so stupid. Like I'm sorry that I don't have like worse life experiences to talk about.
I don't either. I just don't complain about like low level stuff, dude.
I don't
Okay,
know.
okay,
that
Mr.
deserves a complaint.
These people were holding hands and having a good life.
They were walking slow as hell and they were late to class too because they didn't care.
Sawyer cared.
I cared. I was trying to get to class. I was trying to see my boys.
Yeah. Sawyer, if you ever catch me or like someone else on the podcast doing some shit like that, I give you permission to cut their arms off.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Dang.
And here's another pet peeve, and this is one that Jacob, is guilty of, and we were talking about this just the other day because
Am I?
yes, you are.
What is this?
This is another one that goes almost hand in hand with slow walkers because a lot of slow walkers do this stuff too. It's when you're walking through the hall and there's a door coming up and the door's like slowly closing, and a person who's about to go through, instead of like pushing it open, get it and give it a nudge for the person behind them, just slips right through. That is so annoying.
It's so funny.
No, it is not. It is.
It's so funny.
I.
No, you know why it's funny?
Why?
Because then you aggravate the person
Because it's
behind
poor
you.
manners.
They're now angry
Because
at
it's
you.
disrespectful. That's why it's funny. That's not funny.
They're mad at you. But you have the extra half a second that they have to take to open the door
Exactly.
to get out.
See, the slow walking
It's
thing
so
is that
fun.
it holds up the hallway. That also holds up the hallway because now there's a random person who has to open the door all the way back up. And the worst part is when
Dude, you know what I do? I pull the door behind me so I make sure it shuts.
dude, you are
'Cause,
a
like,
terrible person.
If I was think about it. I think about it. I'm an empath. So I think about it from the other person's perspective. I see the door's gonna close. It's be like half an inch. I don't wanna I'm gonna try to squeeze through that. I'm gonna hurt myself. So I make sure that they don't hurt themselves, so I make sure it's all the way shut, so they just have to open it again.
Dude. That
I
is
mean,
that is not make any sense.
it's hey,
And it's also worse, made even worse when people do like fake out hold the doors. Like they'll hold their hand out like they're about to push the door, put their hand on the door, and then just slide their hand on the door as they go through. They don't even push it open. So they make you think they're gonna push it open for you, but they don't. It is a common courtesy to push the door open
it's
for
a
the person.
natural.
Push the door open for the person behind you, so that way no one has to be forced to open the door all the way. Yes.
Alright.
All right. So Sawyer, this is also a response we can't say on the podcast, but look at the third bottom one again. This motherfucker right here.
It's just this kid.
I thought
Yeah,
when
it's the same
I
guy.
thought he'd be complaining about just people kissing in the hallway, but then he goes on.
I can't read the whole thing.
Oh my god.
I thought it was just gonna be some regular thing. I just hate when kids in the hallway, and then he adds up at the end.
Dude, I was trying to listen to your climate change story, and then I read that one, and I
I
passed
cannot
out,
read
bro.
it, but I mean that is a common one though. A lot of people did put like people kissing in the halls and making out in the locker bays.
That ain't common, bro.
I was gonna
That's
say,
not
I hope people don't be doing the last part of it.
I don't know what the last part is, but yeah, don't make out in the locker bays or in the hallway. That's gross.
Alright.
Just don't be making out in public in general. Like I've seen like full makeout sessions going on at school, and it's kind of nasty. Like I
Mhm.
can hear you.
Yeah.
Don't be-
Someone said
Alright.
their biggest pet peeve is not being on the podcast yet.
I wonder who that was. We'll find
I
out.
know who that
We'll find
is.
out one
Actually,
day. We'll find out
They
one day.
did put their
Put me on
name
the
in.
podcast.
No, that's okay. We'll find out one day.
No, we're getting him on the podcast.
We will.
I knew that.
No, they will never be on the podcast.
Mhm. It's not true.
I'm just letting you know now. Sorry to crush your dreams, but
Yeah, you're actually never gonna get on. The person who wrote that. That's a joke.
someone else said Sawyer snatching up all the ladies.
That is true. I
That
do.
was true.
I do.
I do
apo-
hate when he does that.
I do apologize for doing that so much. I just can't help myself.
This is one I've been wondering about since I read it. The fourth one at the top. It says gym under the chairs.
What does that mean?
I don't know what that means.
Jim
What?
under the chair.
What's your biggest pet peeve? Gym under the
Wait.
chairs. What does that mean?
Is that
Maybe
some
it's like
inside joke?
Gotta work that out.
a guy named Jim that's just like sitting under some chairs.
He's under the chairs. Jim is always under the chairs.
Yeah.
Okay, well, if you read their other responses, they're not anymore like comprehensive.
Wait, actually, yeah, yeah.
Okay. I think most of the pet peeve ones were slow walkers. So to whoever says Jacob, it was you who said it wasn't that bad. A lot of people would disagree with you. Because why is it?
Hold on, wait.
Sometimes in the hallway, like
I'd
especially
like-
at the end of the day, the hall's just not moving. Everyone's like standing still. What's that about?
I just found a new one.
What does it say?
Someone's pet peeve is people leaving their desk messy and leaving uneaten food in or on it. Like they're complaining about snacks.
I don't see that.
I don't know.
Like-
I don't know much about food,
I don't know where it is.
but like
It's that's J21. You don't know much about food?
no, I'm not. I haven't really encountered people leaving food behind much, but like when I walk into class and there's like the teacher in the previous class passed back homework and they just left it there, so there's like some random person's homework assignment on the table.
Yeah,
Like at least like throw it away or something.
actually.
Because in my digital
Wait.
photography class, there was a paper every single day from the kid in the class before me.
Put it on someone else's desk.
Oh, wait,
or like
before we, sorry, you go, Jake. You go, David. I was about to change.
or like if like someone like leaves like a lot of water on their desk, like they spilled their water and then they like just leave it like super wet. I've had that
Yeah.
happen a couple
Oh
times.
yeah.
No, that's
It
awful.
sucks. So I gotta clean it up.
Mhm.
Someone just wrote they're all entitled as their pet peeve. Who's they?
Yeah, I was wondering that.
Everyone?
I just point out. Can I? Yeah, I don't know who that is.
That,
I'm
that
just gonna
was
say it.
that was put down by So Sigma.
That's what they wrote their name as. Yes, Jacob.
The dude who put "people are fake, love is fake, and the school is filled with fake people." Immediately next question put pet peeve lip smacking. That's
Hey,
a
that's
nice transition.
That's
I think-
true.
I
Here,
can see where their mindset's coming from now. Actually,
actually,
I'm
though,
starting to get in their head.
can we please look at J25? Can someone tell me what they said? I can't read that.
J25.
That's slow drotters.
I
It's
think
probably-
Slow drivers.
I think they just misspelled walkers.
terribly.
It might be drivers.
Slow drivers?
Oh, that might be it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
that checks out because those letters are next to each
That
other.
checks out.
Like, yeah, it checks out.
Let's move on to the next question.
I'm playing Whirl.
yeah.
all-
You're right, David.
Are
You're
we,
right, David. Those letters are by each other.
Are we good to move on to the next question?
Yeah. Move on.
Sure.
Next question is, what's the strangest
Ooh, I
thing
like-
you've seen at BHS? The first answer is just the word gyat. All right.
Alright.
Classic.
Someone wrote Sawyer Field. Someone wrote David Ball again, of course. It's two. Wait, is that two David Balls? No.
No, just one David Ball.
Someone just wrote lunch. Okay, lunch is pretty weird.
How
Alright.
about lunch trays in the
That's
toilet? Someone
Yeah,
wrote
one
that,
person.
too.
One person wrote lunch trays in the toilet. Who is?
I have never. I've never
haven't
seen a
seen
lunch
that.
tray in the toilet. Yeah.
I've seen bananas. I've seen oranges. I've seen carrot sticks. I've never seen a whole lunch tray.
That's impressive.
How'd you fit it? Was it like the plastic? You got to specify. Was it the plastic one or was it the paper one?
Obviously.
A lot of these answers are
Gotta get back
stuff
to you.
along the lines of people making out and
Yeah.
furries. Those are the two most common answers.
Can we talk about Blumpy in the school bathroom?
Wait, who's Blumpy?
No, it's not a person. It's a thing.
Is it?
It's a thing that happens.
What?
It's an
Okay,
action.
don't
Do you guys
say it.
not know what a
Well, based
Blumpy
on
is?
their previous
Don't
answers, I don't know if we
don't
should
say it out
I
loud.
don't know
I'm
what that
just gonna
means.
Google it and read it. Okay.
Okay.
I don't want to
Well,
Google
it's,
that.
it's an abbreviation for a different
Whoa.
word. I don't know if it'll come up on Blumpy.
Look at K22. Sawyer, maybe you evaluate that one. See if we can read that.
I looked up what it means. What the fuck? How? What?
Well, why would you look it up?
Well, I didn't. I just want to know what the word means. Don't look that word up.
Don't incite people to look that up. I don't know what that means.
I said don't look it
Alright.
up.
Honestly, too many to count.
Well, who was saying what to me?
Nothing. Never mind.
Um,
People vaping in the bathroom, that is not the strangest thing.
what's strange is
Oh,
when
it's pretty strange.
what is strange is when you walk into the bathroom and they're vaping and they act like you're a cop.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I've walked into a bathroom and there's just a kid in the corner and he's just like so timid and I'm like, okay, I know what you were doing. You don't have to like like their
They
hands. Yeah.
They also misspelled the word "the." There's a little typo.
What are some other good ones?
Ah.
Yeah, a lot of people making out, a lot of that.
Yeah, this
It's
was, like,
basically just people
simple.
making out and people being furries.
Oh.
There's also some things I feel like we can't say.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I was asking about.
Yeah, y'all looking at K22.
Don't read the
Yeah,
really, really
yeah.
long
Sounds like
answer.
that 2027 story.
Okay. The next question is what is the best school lunch item? Overwhelmingly, people said Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich.
Which they got rid of. So
Is it really gone?
Chick-fil-A.
it's gone. And so are
Yeah.
the vending machines.
Oh yeah, those are gone.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, all vending machines?
There's still one in the teachers'
Not in the
lounge.
teachers' lounge.
Y'all
Yeah,
are
teachers' lounge is still there.
Dude, could you
Y'all
imagine just
are-
pulling up to the teacher's lounge to get a drink? Dude,
I got a
It has
pib
been unlocked this
2
entire
weeks ago.
week.
Jacob? What was that?
Nothing?
Dude,
I didn't say.
yes, you did. You said something.
No, I didn't say anything.
Okay.
No,
Okay, pal. Okay.
it might be incriminating.
What's
What
that
does a
supposed to
person who
mean?
said a Game Boy even mean?
Oh,
That's not a lunch.
that's not on the lunch
That's
menu,
not a-
buddy.
They are all entitled. That's that guy. So
I'm guessing it's someone who just
I said
plays
chicken sandwich.
Game Boy during lunch.
That's legendary. I've seen
Donkey?
Nintendo Switches and DSs. I have not seen a Game Boy at lunch.
Yeah, that's
Oh, that's what they're talking about. Okay.
somebody.
Holiday sugar frosted cookies.
Somebody said Egga.
What does that mean?
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Are you gonna get canceled for saying that?
I
No.
think he
Maybe
might.
actually.
The worst lunch item is the cheese omelet. That's that like radioactive piece of processed garbage. Dude,
It's made of plasma.
it is the cheese omelet that they serve is literally just like microwaved eggs with a slice of cheese thrown on top of it afterwards. So it's still like cold and like just solid, and
Dude,
you don't want to be eating
What?
that stuff.
Someone said mac and cheese with a side of za.
Nice,
Dude,
nice.
that was I spent like actually 10 minutes trying to figure out what Chick-fil-A rip meant. But I think they just meant rest in peace. But I thought it was like an action. I was like, what is a Chick-fil-A rip? That sounds so cool.
One person said pork patty. I would have to disagree with you on that one.
No, those are good. I like those ones. Or walking tacos. No, the walking
tacos are
tacos
good.
haven't been good lately.
Well,
Not lately. They've been bad.
I get Taco Bell on Tuesdays anyway.
It's been way too long since I've ate at the school to have an opinion on any of this.
Yeah, I haven't been there.
Do we move on to the next question?
Yeah, we can move on. It's the last one anyway. Oh, no, it's not the last one, but
Well,
What's the question,
What's
guys?
the last question, Sawyer?
One of you say it.
Okay.
what is the best hallway in Bettendorf High School?
Before there's a large disparity. Can we start with the ones that didn't get picked at all? Because there's
Sure.
two.
Yeah.
The art halls did not get picked.
Okay.
And then
The art halls are just in weird parts of the school, to
Yeah.
be fair.
because they're like disconnected. And then the other one that didn't get picked at all was the math and science hallway. Which I mean, I get it if you don't like the classes. I feel like that hallway is actually like pretty good though, just the hallway itself.
I do be liking that hallway, yeah.
The most picked one was the main hall that includes like the library and the main stairwell on the main floor, like when you come out of the commons.
Yeah.
I mean, understandable. It's the
Don't you have the? Isn't that part of the foreign language hall though?
The foreign language hall, I guess, is more like the cubby area, like the off section.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, we're
that's
like
true.
French.
That's true.
Okay. That one's like I don't know. That one has like a
It's a
that one's
hallway.
nostalgic.
Mhm.
That one makes me feel some certain type of way. I don't even know.
Yeah, you do kind of get like a certain feeling walking in different halls.
Mhm.
Like
It's weird. It feels like yeah.
the feeling I get walking
Describe
down
this
the main
feeling.
hall is way different than the feeling I get when walking down like the business hall.
Mhm.
yeah.
Feel
Um,
nothing walking down the band hall. It's so bad. I don't like that one.
I feel like I'm
Yeah.
being watched when I'm walking down the van hall.
Because you are. You probably are being watched.
The
Your sixth sense.
second place pick for the best hall was the sort of computer science hall, like where the robotics lab is, the welding area, that whole back area.
Wait,
You
what
know,
was
I
the
like
first
that
place
area because
pick?
it feels like that area, like by the gym, like it extends to the pool.
Yeah, like close to where the pool is.
What are you saying?
Well,
Wait,
like
were you asking about
you know where
thing?
like the wood shop is and like auto
Yeah.
maintenance, that whole area, and where our computer science class was, Ian, that area, like past the lunchroom.
Okay. I honestly think that hall's overrated.
Yeah, I don't
No,
know.
that one's cool because it feels like you're walking in like the back rooms of like a
That's why
Walmart.
I don't like it. It feels
There's
so
not very
like
many people there.
underdeveloped, that area of the school. Like I think
No,
people
that's
chose it
what I
because they
like
really
about it.
like the classes.
Yeah,
I also like the
probably.
random wheelchair ramp that there's no purpose to.
There's a wheelchair?
Other than
That's like
wheelchairs.
ramp.
Oh, the wheelchair
It's a
ramp,
ramp.
yeah.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
wheelchair ramp with no purpose. I'm pretty sure the purpose is for wheelchairs.
No, because think about it. You go up that hallway and then you turn left and there's another set of stairs with no ramp. So like, what is the point?
Then you go
It's
right.
just so that you can get into there.
Well,
You can get into like the cafeteria through like the elevator.
Wait. Oh, wait, yeah.
I
No. Wait, but how do you get to that ramp?
Just
I'm
go
trying to
around.
think.
why
You
isn't the whole
you
thing
go
just a
you go
spot?
down the
You can open a
elevator
door.
and then you go clockwise around.
That's
and then
right.
you
That's a
get down there.
long way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Second, I mean,
Cut through the courtyard and get locked out trying to go through that hole.
you did.
One time I did freshman year, I tried to cut through the courtyard and I just got locked out and had to walk around the front.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, when I was first coming to high school, I thought the courtyard would just be like constantly
What, Ian? Did you just mute yourself?
Did I? Hello?
I
Say
was
th-
scared that I was
Hello?
Say what you just
No, I
said
didn't
hear
again.
that.
muted.
Okay. When I was first coming to high
What you
school, I
said.
thought that the courtyard would just be like constantly available to walk through.
No. No, but you
Yeah, me
can't.
too. But that's like that's just some community college stuff, bro.
And also,
Yeah.
it's like because the courtyard's connected to the outside world through the art, so like anyone could. If the doors were unlocked in there at all times, someone could just walk in.
True. True.
Yeah.
Tied for third place was the foreign language hall, band hall, and business hall.
Mm.
I don't agree with any of those.
I feel like people just put the business hall just because of the bridge.
yeah.
Probably.
Oh,
And I don't know
yeah,
how
the bridge
band
is
hall
nice
got
in like
so
the
high.
winter.
What,
Because
Jacob?
of
Or
all the
actually,
band
you know,
kids.
bridge is because that's everybody watches the podcast. Because the bridge is kind of nice in the winter, like it looks nice out the windows,
Yeah,
but it's really
actually,
cold because they don't have air conditioning in the bridge. So they just blast you with the fans from the ceiling to keep the cold air. So it's like not an enjoyable experience.
that's
But you know
true.
what hall? You know what hall is like the most divisive for me?
What?
English hall. I don't like English hall. Because like English hall is like a top tier hall if there's no teachers out. But if there's teachers lined in the hall, it's like the lowest one. I hate it.
It's like
They
you're
always
walking.
try to talk to you.
You're walking
I
through a
hate it.
prison.
It's so bad.
Yeah, it is kind
Yeah.
of awkward when teachers be standing in the hallway.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I do? You know those like little alcoves, little like
Mm-hmm.
areas you can walk in? I cut
Mhm.
through those just so I don't have to walk past teachers. Which that sounds like the lamest thing. Never mind. I'm
Kind
gonna
of
stop
does,
doing that. That's
but
weird.
not because
That's actually really
when
weird.
you've had a teacher before and you see him standing in the hallway, I'm like, am I supposed to say hi to this person
I do
or
sometimes.
Yeah, it's
not?
like what am I supposed to say? I just stare him in the eyes and assert my dominance.
He just said you avoid them. What do
Yeah,
you
I got a
mean?
B plus in your class. I don't even know. I just don't go through that.
Yeah, I get that.
And then pretty much every other hall only got one vote. So English hall, theater hall, and social studies all only got one vote.
Yeah.
With the bridge though, I want to say that I actually kind of like the bridge a lot. It depends on the day. Like there was a day where I was on. I went to the bathroom. I went to the restroom, and I was walking through the bridge, and there was like no one else on the bridge, and it was raining outside. The sky was like blue,
Mm.
and I was like, man, I'm in a movie right now. This is cinematic.
Yeah, that sounds like such a
Dude, I
vibe.
have a nice blurry picture on their bridge. You remember the like storm they were gonna it was like a tornado drill or something towards the end of the school year last year?
Oh yeah.
First block? Yeah, dude, we just left our class and walked out to the bridge and it was like aesthetic. I was with Corbin to Decker. It was so nice.
I feel like
Like
being in a tornado and you go out onto the bridge is kind of dumb.
Yeah, that's
There's a
probably
lot
the
of
That's
windows.
because you watched Twisters, bro. They're not even scary. There was
There's
no
a lot of
tornado.
windows on the bridge. Isn't like the whole point of a tornado
There
to
was
get
no
away from the windows?
tornado. It was just that was when it was like just rain.
Mm.
I wasn't even scared. We
But
were
your
looking for something.
weather, like
I don't
the different weather on the bridge is always a vibe. You're right. Like when it's snowing out or when it's raining.
feel like I've never been there in the fall though. I've never seen the autumn leaves. Maybe I have. I don't know. I
I
don't think so.
probably have. I just can't remember it.
Yeah, that's like some freshman year stuff I would do.
Mhm.
Dude, we gotta bring back bridge passes. It's too nice to live.
Dude, I've been trying to sell some freshmen some bridge passes in band during band
I
camp.
I don't remember where I was, but I genuinely heard some people talking about bridge passes.
Well, hopefully
Recently?
they fall for it.
Well, I think
Mhm.
we've run out of things to talk about
Well, there
here.
was the last question, which was this picture here. It's a picture of a rainbow shirt, a propeller hat, a big lollipop, and some overalls. And I asked, rate the fit out of 10. Most people picked 10. To the people who put 3, which there was actually like a few of, you're wrong. That is the best fit for back to school. I better see everyone dressed up with a propeller hat and a giant oversized lollipop.
That should be one of the Spirit Day.
It
fits.
should just that fit. Like it's not like a
The Spirit
theme.
Day?
It's like you have to wear this.
Mhm. And then we sell that fit. Then we can
Sell
make
the best.
money.
Yeah.
Oh,
my
there we go.
Now you're thinking with gas.
We gotta talk to administration about this. We gotta talk to our
I'm on
advisors.
the Spirit Week committee. I can make it happen.
Make it happen, please. Make Propeller Hat Day a thing. Oh man. Well, I have to go and edit this podcast and edit that back to school video that'll be shown tomorrow probably, or today. I mean,
Better be good.
yeah. Make sure to drop a like on that video. Teachers playing it. Yeah, that's about it.
Cool.
We're back to school. Yay! Yay! I'm so happy to be back.
Yippee.
Yay!
All right. Anyways, bye everyone. Bye bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye everyone.
Welcome back.
Dominoes.